I am now together with Bartosz from a company called Bart in Poland. One of the questions that is maybe a little bit stupid, but I ask it always, like, do you have one plant or have many plants? And he said, I have one, but it's a big plant, 70,000 square meters of production. Bartosz, how is it to manage a company that size?
Well, first of all, pleasure to meet you and pleasure to be here. How is it to manage it? If you have a good team in place, people you can trust that grew with the company from the very beginning 30 years ago, it's actually not that difficult.
So it's about having the right people so you can just monitor.
I wish I could say I could only monitor, but the problem that I always had in my life, I like to invent, create, make something better all the time. So we are trying to make our company better every day. So yeah, the production goes as normal, and we try to go to the next level with new initiatives.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because one of the things that I have been told during this day with all the interviews is that some parts of this industry seems a little bit conservative. Right. But you say that what you like is being innovative. So how can you innovate when it comes to packaging material and how you operate a company?
Not to tell you too many secrets.
Come on, please.
I think without innovation, every company will die eventually. And this is definite that today the big theme is how digitization can help to automate processes and make us more efficient in the future.
And I mean, the reason why we're here at the BHS open house is I take that you either are interested in buying from BHS or already a customer. Are you already a customer? Or?
Yeah, we are a long-term customer, bought one first machine in 2008 and just acquired the second one a year ago. So okay. We're just installing this as we speak.
Congratulations on that. So I take that you have been on the trip to Schumacher today and saw also the new Jetliner. What was your first impression when you saw that one?
It's a beautiful beast. I think the real commercial use for everybody will come in the next 2-3 years. I still see it as a very initial moment for it, but it exists, it produces, it's already tested a couple years. So that's great to see that you can now integrate printing inline into the corrugator. That's a big change.
You say like that this is something that maybe in the next 2-3 years. Is that because the customers are not really demanding this technology yet, or is it more because the investment frame just makes some changes in your company before you can take on that kind of investments?
I would say it's a couple of things, but when you see this machine and what it can do, it made me realize that if you are to buy such a machine, regardless of the fact whether you have money or not, you need to prepare yourself. Systems, yeah? So to feed in the machine, then the converting machines, everything needs to be prepared. Otherwise, you're just spending a lot of money, and for a couple of years, you're struggling to catch up on the other things. So you need to be prepared in order to buy such machine and use it to the full extent.
I think that when it comes to all kinds of production today, I think that we talk, all of us talks about the digital mindset. So the digital mindset is, of course, understanding the potential, but as you say, it's also of adapting the technology to fit together.
You know, I think the problem is people are afraid of digital, and as simple as I could say, it is only the way of helping us do our business better. Nothing changes. We can just do it faster, better, and make more decisions just in a matter of seconds. That's it.
One of the things that I don't know if you heard the presentation this morning from, I think Los Angeles spoke about the QR code as something that was really a driver in this thing. And you know, I think that most of us, when we are consumers, we maybe scan a code, get to a web page, and that's maybe fun. But here they talk about the totally different, because that is the entire workflow that it can manage from it.
It's revolution, and I can tell you this is, in my opinion, just the beginning of the possibilities you can create, because they were mentioning entire chains you can create with this, whatever, you can track whatever is your wish. And I can tell this, that we are looking deeply into this idea for the future.
And when you look at those possibilities, it will probably give you some kind of competitive advantage compared to the people that are not investing in that, right?
That's obvious. I mean, the reason we do it is because we want to lead the industry, not to follow the industry. When you lead, you can always get the extra margin.
And you can also, of course, take a huge risk, but that is, I take that when you have a relationship for 30 years with BSH, I take that you understand that they have probably spent a lot of time on understanding the needs from the customers, right?
That they are close to customers. We are with them not 30, it's 15 years with them. 30 years is how long the company exists ourselves.
So you did some errors before you got into it.
The company started in the garage. My father did first 2 machines with his brother. You know, the typical nice big story. So yeah, it was a rough beginning. BHS, coming back to the question, they are very close to their customers, and as long as you want to share your problems with them, they will help you. Again, very often you see that people don't share those problems. They complain, but they don't ask for help in a proper way. So we do have a proper conversation with them all the time.
What type of customers do you serve?
It's a big range of customers, but mainly we are dedicated today to Fmcg.
To what, sorry?
Fmcg.
Fmcg, okay. So that basically means that you have to make something that has a shelf life, needs to be reordered, so you can, you like wine, liquor, you know, all these kind of things, right?
Correct. You name it. Whatever you think you need to buy in the next couple of days because you need some water, you need some groceries, some television set, whatever, that would be us.
And what is the demand from customers? Do they need that digital thing right now, or is that something that you have to educate the market about first?
It depends to whom you talk to. So most of them, they don't see the need. They wouldn't think it gives them anything special. But we are looking for those who are ahead, thinking the same as us, and we want to create alliances to just be ahead of others.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I think that one of the things that always comes to when you have added services, who is going to pay for it, right? So if you can't add a service where the customer is willing to pay for that additional service, maybe it doesn't make so much sense for you, right?
If it also makes sense for them, there's like a joint reason for both parties to do it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Likewise.